Tonight we're going to be changing the ceiling fan here in the dining room. This is a Hampton Bay Quick Connect from 2006. This has only been in here for a couple of weeks, but it has served very well. It put in a lot of hours as we finished out the summer without air conditioners because of the outrageous electricity bills that were coming in around here. So now we're going to switch to something more vintage. I wanted to install this Howes Spex Lighting 52-inch Gatsby Fan Company ceiling fan. This is a beautiful fern leaf copy with nice teak cane blades, but it's J-hook mount, and it's also got the foot of something in there. That's a little odd. It's J-hook mount, and I could not find any of the adapters that I have. I know I ordered a couple of the DZ1 EnviroFan electrical box to J-hook adapters a couple years ago, because I know I used them to mount the EnviroFans in the bedroom and the computer room at the old location. But those adapters, I have no idea where they are. So I decided I'm going to just order a few more, because at some point I might want to have a J-hook fan in the living room, plus 2 J-hook fans in here, and maybe one down at the other room. And then I want to have a spare hook floating around for testing purposes downstairs. So I need to get some more in stock. I was having some difficulty finding them. They're out of stock on the Jungle website. They're out of stock on a Shamrock Supply Company. They're out of stock somewhere else that they were online. So I called Air Distributor today, and even though they were not listed on the Air Distributor website, the guy said he'd be able to get them for me. I should have just went there first on the telephone. I looked on the site first because I like that site. I've had very good experience there in the past, so I try to go there whenever I can. But I didn't see it on the website, so that's why I looked elsewhere. But when I called, he said he would get them for me. So I'm going to go ahead and order those, and then I'll be able to do that. So alternatively, what we're going to do is we're going to put this Citadion, or whatever the heck it is, fan in here. This is eventually going to make its way into the living room, but this kind of works out because now I can install it in here and test it for a couple of days to make sure everything is copacetic, because installing something in the living room and then finding out that there's a problem is really a pain in the neck, because it's hard to do that install. If I put something in here and it doesn't work, whoop-de-doo, just change it out. So this is never been used. It's new in the package. It says use no hook, so I'm fairly certain that it's not going to be a J-hook mount. It's just a basic GE vent, cane blades. I wouldn't say this is necessarily going to be a high-performance fan, but I would be very surprised if it's not pretty decent, because it's certainly old enough to be decent. And in the living room, all it's going to need to do is just push the heat down anyways. So we'll get to this soon. First we're going to take down what's here. Should be simple, at least for me, because I can just put it back in this box as opposed to having to store it somewhere. What the heck? Oh, I remember this now. There was water damage. Alright, this is all... Something in here is getting sticky. This has got a sticky sheen on it. I think it's just this blade. I saved this because I can probably clean that off, and then if I repaint it, it's likely fine. I think I'm just going to include these blades in the box. Jeez, it's filthy in here. No, we gotta clean this out. This is no good. Wow. I'm gonna vacuum this out. What are these? Oh boy, that's never good. Never a good sign when someone's calling me on that phone. It's usually because there's some kind of problem. This box has some pretty serious water damage. I don't recall if it was like that from one of the floods here or if it came to me like that. I think it came like that, because it looks like it's been like this for a very long time. I don't know what goes in those bags. Come on, Hawaii's sneeze. Adjust properly. Okay. All right, until next time. That's the Huntington, or no, that's not the Huntington. The Huntington on the advertisement there. That's the water damaged Quick Connect. Oh, you know what? The motor was supposed to go within this bag. And considering how the condition of the styrofoam is, which is flaky, probably should go in the bag. And I want the finish of the fan right up against that styrofoam on the bottom there. This bag is not in the best of condition either, but it'll do something, hopefully. Alright, that's good enough. The nice thing about white fans is they can always be easily refinished if something degrades about the finish. Alright. Oh, this is much heavier. Use no hook. Fine, won't use the hook. This is in really good condition still. Hold on. Are there screws in here? Okay, good. Had a moment of panic there. Thought there were not any screws present. Oh, okay. Now eventually I do want to add a light to this when it goes into the living room. I don't have one ready to go at the moment, so we're gonna go without the light. But I think I will connect the light wire just in case I do decide to add it while it's still in here. I have to order a down rod for the setup in the living room for this fan, because this is a 3/4 down rod, and the down rod that's in there now is a 1-inch. So I've ordered a 3/4. It was kind of hard to find because, you know, antique brass is going out of favor for silver. You get a million antique brushed nickel ones if you want, but very little. Come on, why is it cross-threading like that? There's very little to be seen in brass anymore. I forgot about this stupid loose thingy. I'll fix that someday. Not today, probably not tomorrow, probably not next week either. Look at that. It's still pristine. That's kind of rare. A lot of times the finish degrades over time, even if sitting in the box. But this is just perfect. It's got these rubber stoppers on here with half the screws. Oh, this is... no, it's not a 4.5. Okay, never mind. Thought it might because the box shows 4, but there's those holes there, but they're not threaded. There's no down rod pin in there. Oh, these leads are short. It's going to take some effort to get this installed into the living room. That's fine, not a problem. It's model number TT-52 1 amps, made in Hong Kong. So this probably is pretty good. It feels like a cast motor to me. Ah, the pin is inside here. Wish there was a date code on there. I don't see one. The motor goes out to about here. Yeah, this is actually going to be a very good fan. Look how big that motor is in there. Holy mackerel. Goes out to here. Almost halfway out. That's big. Well, this might actually be quite a high performance fan after all. I wasn't too sure, but I think it's gonna be. It's not stuck on the screw. Now the wires are in the way. You know what? I have just the tool to fix that. I like tools so much. What is all that junk? I think that might be like rubber band deteriorating. So I think that is. What a classic. Okay then. This job requires additional tools. It requires this tool. Okay, that should be good. I sure do like ice cream. That's going to be a really nice fan. Oh, why is it in reverse? Huh, it wasn't. Oh no, don't reverse it while the motor's running. That's quiet. Nice. Bearings are quiet and the motor is quiet. This might require one more additional tool, and that is a small screwdriver. So we can try to do it just with a bit. Sometimes this works, we can just do it with a bit. I feel like this camera is going to run out of film any soon. Or not film, the charge, the electricity. You're kidding. It won't go over the... It won't go over the pin? Well, that's kind of dumb. I might have to take it down to correct this. Let's see if I can pull it off. If I can jam the pin in to at least be flush, maybe I'll be able to slip the canopy off or slip it up. That's kind of a stupid design. The set screw is firmly in place, so even if the pin did come out like it did, or like it's going to, it's unlikely that the fan would fall. Usually it's the exact opposite. Everything has to go on, the canopy has to go on first. Alright, watch this. See, the set screw. It won't even go over the set screw? Alright, let's put the pin back in. And then we'll take out the set screw. I didn't even get the pin through both sides. I'm not sure if I can. Just barely. Now that all the weight of the fan is on the pin, I can't get the pin all the way in. There we go. Alright, so the canopy's now in the right place. Let's retighten the set screw. Okay, that crisis has been diverted. I suppose if I read the instruction manual, it might have told me about that, but that's a different story. Okay, canopy's up. It's a little bit loose. Maybe I'll try to tighten these screws. I'm not sure that it's going to matter that it's a little bit loose, but I think that's the way it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be an issue. The fan seems like it's going to run very smooth and quiet. If it does become an issue, we'll fix it. All right. All is well on that front, I believe. So now we are ready to assemble the blaze. Yeah, probably could have used that bit. I don't think we cut anything else, actually, do we? Yeah, we gotta cut one more thing. Shouldn't need to strip anything else. These are the bags that the pellets come in. I always save those because they're great for projects like this, so you can protect the table. I don't like the way these are packaged. It just seems like that invites the opportunity for it to get scratched. Must be 4-blade models. Probably moves more air with the 4 blades. But the 5 is arguably, in theory, more aesthetically pleasing to most people. Supposedly, I don't know what the psychology is behind this, but supposedly, odd numbers are more aesthetically pleasing than even numbers. Seem to be okay. Actually, that is pretty steeply pitched. That's not bad. Cane down, of course. I always like the cane blades. Alright, why are there two different things here? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are these 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15? What the heck is this for? Are those the blade? Those are the motor screws. These are very small. The heads on these screws are small too. That's weird, the cane is flat at the end. I hate that. Why is it like that? That's stupid. This hangs very high. I can hardly reach it. Hold on. Why was that one a different size head than the rest of them? What the heck? Are these different sizes or no, they're not different sizes. They're just different. They're different. Maybe these screws don't get used because those are just the ones that held this on. Let's see, 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. I guess, okay. Yeah, so I guess we don't use those. This one we don't use. That's only for securing those stoppers. It's kind of a waste of those screws. So then this is normal. Then this does take these wider, the larger heads. Is this thing still recording? Huh, it's got 29% left. Lasting a very long time. It's been recording for over an hour and it's still got 30% left on the battery. That's kind of unusual. Typically it dies pretty quick. Duh. Maybe it's lasting a while because I've been in front of the fan, so the battery's not getting hot. I don't know. Oh boy. It does require the use of the proper screws in the proper locations. not lining up here. Let's try the other side then. That side took okay. What's the problem here? I wonder if I have to loosen this other one here. Let's see if that will let us get it into place. Yep, that did it. Okay, the Cetadion is installed, and it's nice. It's real nice. It only took an hour and 16 minutes. That's not too bad. Alright, let's turn off this Hawaii's Sneeze. Actually, all jokes aside, that's a pretty good fan though. And let's turn on this Cetadion. It's got quite the wobble to it. It's a little disappointing because I was so careful with those irons. Oh yeah, that moves some air. That's pretty powerful. But it's not quite as strong as I was expecting. I guess the blade pitch is not that steep. It's fairly average. It's quiet. Slight motor hum, but nothing crazy. It's going pretty fast. I think that the wobble is from the blades, the way the blades screw on. Because I'm looking at the blade irons going by, and they're not all in the same distance from the housing. I think that's what the problem is. I can't believe how messed up the clock is on those blades. I was so careful with those stinking blades. Look at that. It's almost like I would say a little over a 1/4 inch off. That's uncalled for. It really is. That's actually really strong on low. I'm impressed with that. It's a good fan. It's probably was more of an economy model at the time, but it's still very good. It's kind of a fast low though. I'd say it's a good almost 100 RPMs. Now, because it's on a 3-speed control, we can come over here and click that down to low, and we can get a slower low out of it, but this is not factory low. Now that's the kind of low that I like. Is it still on? Yeah, it's still on. That's a nice slow low. That's kind of useless though. That's too slow. Actually, might almost stall out on that speed. I can't tell, is it actually on? Yeah, it is on. That's off. So this is high, so let's see what the control gives us as a low. Whatever that sound was, that sounded so dangerous. Actually, the default low on the control is pretty nice. Maybe we'll just use it with that wall control then. That's a nice low. That's what about maybe, let's see. Maybe 40 RPM? Yeah, that's pretty nice. I like that. That's a good low. Let's see what medium on the control produces. Not much. Now we're going to get a huge jump to high. So this fan does not respond very well to that control. Look what a difference there is between medium and high. The medium is nowhere near in between low and high. But that's fine for now. It's 65 degrees out, so that nice slow low is perfectly acceptable for tonight. I would say this was a successful install. I'm having second thoughts about this going in the living room though, because it is a little bit, the motor's got a hum to it, and it's wobbly. That might be a problem. We'll have to see. Ultimately, I need to fix that mount because the mounting system in the living room needs to be able to take a fan that wobbles, because most of the fans that I own are used, they're secondhand, they weren't handled properly at some point, and they all have a slight wobble to them. So I got to figure out why it makes so much noise. but it's also starting to get cold, and I'm going to need a fan in there. And the one that's in there now is so noisy because of the mounting and everything. It's got to be changed. So we'll see. I think this is in good working order. The bearings seem to be fine. Of course, time will tell. We got to run it for a while. It looks great. It's just a matter of do I want to hear that motor hum all the time or not. Looks great in the kitchen though. Nice match with the swag light. Very nice. It actually is still moving some air at this speed. You just barely feel it.